If you have a solar and battery system and you're looking for the best retail offer, this new Flow Power is definitely something that you should look into. Hi everyone, it's Dan and Matt here from GI Energy. Today we're talking about Flow Power, and they're relatively new at the time of recording offer, which is really quite important, quite significant if you've got a battery installed. It's not really a VPP. People are calling it a VPP. It doesn't operate in the same way as a traditional VPP would. But if you have a battery and you want to maximize your savings in the same way as you can with a VPP, then it's definitely a really standout offer. So the crux of it is 45-cent feed-in. There's a bit more to it than that. Matt, I'll let you go through some of the details if you can explain a little bit more about how that offer works.
Yeah, sure. So Flow Power are offering a 2-hour window between 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. Obviously when your battery would be taken over and your solar day either coming to an end or in winter already at an end.
Yep.
So the fixed export price is 45 cents a kilowatt hour for Southeast Queensland, New South Wales and South Australia.
Okay.
And 35 cents a kilowatt hour in Victoria. So that's any power that's returned to the grid in that 2-hour window.
Yep.
From all of the information available there isn't a cap on the amount of power that you could send back.
Okay.
But ultimately, it also pairs with a very reasonable peak rate and supply charge as well. But I guess just quickly there, yeah, in terms of like that traditional VPP style, which might be dynamic pricing that obviously adjusts day to day, this is fixed.
Yeah.
So whatever you're doing, whatever the weather's like, anything else, you can be assured that obviously you're receiving that full rate for any power that's exported in that 2-hour window.
Yeah. So the limitations there, I guess, which instantly spring to mind for me, there's no limitation with how much you can sell back within that 2-hour window from Flow Power.
Yeah.
But there are limitations with your hardware.
Yes, correct.
Most obviously we're talking about the inverter there. So for people that don't know, your limitation and your bottleneck for sending energy back into the grid or pulling it into your house from your solar and battery is your inverter size. If you've only got a 5 kilowatt inverter, it means that there's a maximum amount of draw there of 5 kilowatts. So if you're using 1 kilowatt in the home or in the property, then you have 4 available basically in that inverter. So this is brilliant for people with really big inverters, but you'd have to do the maths if you had a very small inverter. That's the crucial bottleneck. And then secondly, the other thing that came to my mind as soon as I saw this is you've only got the 2 hours.
Yeah.
After that, it's basically zero.
Yes.
That being said, when you do the maths, you can sell a lot back without a huge inverter.
Yeah.
And we've got some examples of that. So if you had a 10 kilowatt inverter, and these are very rudimentary figures, it would never work out exactly like this because your base load doesn't stay static. A lot of people are using a lot of their energy during that time window. But let's just say you had a 10 kilowatt inverter and you were using a steady 3 kilowatts of power through that 2 hours. It would mean that with a 10 kilowatt inverter, you could still technically sell 7 kilowatt hours back to the grid per hour.
Yep.
So 7 times 2 is 14. And if you're selling that back at 45 cents, that's $6.30 value.
Each day.
Each day.
Yeah.
To put that in perspective, let's compare that to a 12-cent feed-in tariff, which is what some other VPPs sort of average out at. You'd have to sell back there 52.5 kilowatt hours to get the same monetary return.
Yeah.
So
almost 4 times the power.
Almost 4 times the power,
Yeah.
which the math checks out. 12 cents times 4 gets you there. But when you do it and you calculate it that way, 52.5 it's a big number.
Yeah. That's
So
a huge battery.
It's a big battery, and it's also selling back. With other VPPs, we use the 12 cents as an average because you can sell back at different times, but a lot of the time it's still zero anyway.
Yeah.
So this, one of the downsides of this offer is you get zero during the day.
Yes.
But typically if you've got a feed-in tariff during the day, even with the traditional retailer with no time-based stuff, it's probably only 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 cents now anyway.
Yeah.
So at 12 cents as an average, you've got to sell back, as you said, nearly 52.5 to get the same return.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive. Like, obviously we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
We've been using many different retailers for our own systems and obviously for our client systems of installing batteries since 2016.
Yeah.
And there's been obviously different ones on the market that are appealing, and some may change over time. But in terms of what's available right now, can't really find too much better than this. We did an installation last week that was 30 kilowatt hours of storage, 10 kilowatt inverter on a single phase home, so the largest inverter size. And I caught up with that client yesterday, and they were averaging in their first week a sale of about 17 kilowatt hours across the 2 hours.
Okay.
So they're obviously used 3 themselves, and again, that would have been spiky power.
Yeah.
We're filming this at sort of mid-autumn time, so obviously aircon would have come off a little bit,
Yeah.
and there's other ways that you could try and ensure that you're retaining that 2-hour window for obviously as little home usage as you can. If your hot water's in the day, you can cool the house down in the day if you need to, or warm it up.
Yeah.
Charge your car and other bits and pieces. But the thing that I found which was pretty cool is, this is based on Southeast Queensland, the peak rate's 25.5 cents a kilowatt hour. So the rate's lower than the generic rate anyway, with a higher feed, and the supply charge was $1.33. So pretty line ball with most.
Yeah.
Peak rates, from doing a few comparisons, and on the Flow Power website you can put your postcode in. So I just did a couple earlier today across New South Wales and SA just for a comparison, and most are around sort of 34 cents a kilowatt hour, which again is probably just below average. So it's not like the peak rate's been increased for some reason, or the supply charge in Essential Energy in New South Wales was quite a bit higher.
Yeah.
So that would be one where you need to calculate, okay, am I getting my $4.50 for 10 kilowatt hours that I'm sending back to still cover a supply charge? But yeah, ultimately, that client's example there, 17 kilowatt hours a day, they've still got 13 kilowatt hours of their battery.
Yeah.
So in the summer with aircon, they'd exhaust that battery. Absolutely they would do. There's probably no way around that.
Yeah.
But in that sort of shoulder period, April, May, September, October, maybe even depending on where you are, different times of year, they're getting their battery state of charge. It's still around sort of 10%. So they're not fully emptying the battery.
Okay.
It's not doing more than one cycle a day or anything like that. So I think for a lot of clients that have been maybe playing the dynamic pricing game with other retailers, my view there is it just takes the guesswork out of it. And I know what's been quite a frustrating process for a lot of people is they see this predicted spike later in the day.
Okay.
So, okay, it's midday, I'm looking at my app, tonight it's going to be $1 a kilowatt hour. It gets to 6 p.m. and it doesn't spike.
Yeah.
And they get annoyed.
Yeah.
Which is understandable because you're checking it all the time. With this one, it's a fixed price. So I just think it's easier to work out your return.
Yeah.
It's easier to work out your habits, because obviously if the price spikes with other retailers, you're probably like, I don't want to use the aircon, I've got to sell this power. Could be 40 degrees.
Yeah.
So there's obviously pros and cons to each offer, but I think this covers a lot of those benefits there.
Yeah, I think it's a really strong offer.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. There's pros and cons of every offer, and each one is suitable for different people.
Yes.
So you'd have to do the maths. If you are using a really large amount of power during that time,
Yeah, correct.
and you do have limitations with your inverter, this probably isn't for you.
Yeah.
And there are other offers there that you can consider. But for people that have excess energy
Yeah.
and larger inverters, like we did the maths also on bigger inverters,
Yeah.
and it gets quite astonishing really quite quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, as an example, if you had even a 15 kilowatt inverter and your base load was still only 3 kilowatt hours, then you're up to $10.80 a day
Yeah.
exporting back, which would be the equivalent of selling back 90 kilowatt hours at 12 cents.
Yeah.
And if you had a bigger 3-phase property with a 30 kilowatt inverter, you're up to $22.50 a day, and that's considering a 5 kilowatt base load.
Yeah.
So presumably if you've got a bigger system, you'd have a bigger base load.
Yeah.
So if you said you took the 5 off, you're still at $22.50,
Yeah. which
that's exporting back 50 kilowatt hours. That's the equivalent of exporting nearly 190 kilowatt hours back, 187.5 kilowatt hours back.
Yeah.
At 12 cents.
You know I like precise numbers, so I'm glad you
You
said
do,
that.
you do.
Yeah, and that's obviously with a dynamic export as well,
Exactly,
to do that
yeah.
higher rate. But
Yeah.
I think it's more just if you've got a good sized battery, which a lot of people have, maybe 20 plus kilowatt hours, and the base load of, even if it's just you need half of that yourself, you can sell 10 back a day, $4.50 a day, supply charge at $1.33. It's still leaving you over $3 credit a day. So if you do pick up, you know what I mean, some ancillary costs there on a couple of really rainy days, and you still buy a little bit from the grid, as obviously can happen and will happen, it's going to get really close to obviously just getting that bill as low as it possibly can be. Not overusing your battery either, where you're going to dump everything and then buy it back, depending on the battery size. So it's definitely one worth considering. And one of the guys in the office, he was pretty pretty happy when I mentioned this one to him the other day. So he's
Okay.
about to put in a 40 kilowatt hour battery with a 30 kilowatt inverter on a dynamic export. So again, for him, it was more just, he's the sort of guy that will check his app all the time to see what the sell price would be, rather than just like, this is exactly what it is throughout the year. And those plans may change over time. Of course they might. This is what it is right now at the time of recording. But obviously all plans are fluctuating, aren't they? So
Yeah, things change all the time and you're not locked in.
yeah, that's the key, I think, as well. Yeah, so if there's, you know what I mean, a year ago there was a great offer somewhere else, this one's now the better one. In
Yeah.
another year from now, it might be something else. You might then need, okay, a free window tariff because you've done something completely different with your usage.
Yeah.
So I think just knowing that you can shift it as you need to, for the sake of a couple of minutes doing a form online,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
It is. I've had a little bit to do with Flow Power as well, not with this offer,
Yeah.
nothing to do with their residential team either, so I can't speak too directly about what the support would be like, but
Yeah.
commercially, they do a lot of commercial, quite intelligent things with tariffs commercially. One of our installs up north in Townsville was just under a megawatt in size in the end, and Flow Power was the retailer for that site, and their tariff was very well structured. But their support was also quite good. I had
Okay.
to deal with them for various different things throughout that process, and the case officer there came back to me very quickly, and I was really quite pleasantly surprised. It's
Yeah.
not always that easy dealing directly with retailers. That's why a lot of businesses go through brokers.
Yeah.
But Flow Power were good. So
Yeah.
as I say, I can't say that they're going to be brilliant for the resi stuff,
Yeah.
but my experience with them has been very good. And they're not a small company.
Yeah.
They do large batteries as well. I know we were looking at one earlier that was just closed on finance.
Yeah.
I think probably start construction this year. Multiple 100 megawatt hours
Yeah.
of battery. I think that one was in Vic, wasn't
That was
it?
in Vic, that one, yeah.
So they're here to stay.
Yeah.
They're not just a residential retailer, and from what I've had to do with them, they seem quite good to deal with.
Yeah, I think it's definitely worth checking out. A lot of people are asking us, which retailer should I use? What's the best way of doing it? And there's no straight answer because there's
Yeah.
so many variables, as we always mention, same with the equipment and the sizing. But there's a postcode checker on their website, so you can get the exact rates for your home. It needs obviously the more up-to-date smart meter in the home, which you'd have with a battery anyway.
Yeah.
Which will then allow those rates. So I think some people may get a bit freaked out by the 0 cent feed-in in the day,
Yeah.
but ultimately, even if on an average 5 kilowatt hour, if you were feeding in 20 kilowatt hours a day, that's only $1. You only need to sell just over 2 kilowatt hours in this window to achieve the same outcome.
Yeah.
Cool your house down in the day, charge your EV if you can, run your pool, run your hot water, fill your battery,
Yeah.
and then just rinse and repeat. I think it can work really, really well.
And for people without a battery, it doesn't really work.
No,
Just to clear that
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Something we haven't mentioned.
Unless the sun's shining at 7 p.m, which probably isn't too often, but yeah.
Unfortunately not. No. But I mean, it's something that you get asked, isn't it? I know
Yeah.
a lot of people have joined other VPPs with solar only and then
True.
had bill shock, so worth mentioning. Obviously, if you've got solar only, it's probably not for you.
Yeah,
But other than that, if you've got solar and battery and especially a decent size inverter
yes,
and decent size battery, and you can limit your load, definitely check it out.
yeah, 100%.
If you've got any questions, please hit us up in the comments. We'll put our battery guide in the description to this video, as we always do, which is a free downloadable resource. And other than that, thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.